Mm. Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. The one on the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Don't you dare continue that concerning thought. I'm sorry. These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll? It may not seem like the right venue, however it is being sold right over there. The fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. We have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench to eat a Swiss roll. As he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. Don't you dare whip me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction, perhaps. A contradiction? Where? We can have a look at the special courthouse vending machine in Norway. Yeah, contradiction in my fucking brain. No. Once again, the only contradiction is my brain. I have to work this Okay, there we go.
Eureka!
About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny in his person. If his bonus really was in $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, he found cake crumbs on the floor. Indeed, that detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, yet he did. The question is how. Investigation complete. I believe I now have a very fine grasp on what happened. Oh wait, I didn't mean all of them. Alright, Francisca, would you care to share what conclusions you came to? Oh, it's cute that she's doing this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to collect his testimony. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I a new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. Silence in the courtroom? Silence, I say. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred von Edgeworth. You bit your tongue again, didn't you? To defend of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then, your testimony, if you please. What I saw at recess. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There is a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. I entered, I saw a detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty? That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh. I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. Sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. Okay then. Can't you hold that whip still for just 1 second? Now about His Honor's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be an important factor. Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. Hard to miss someone of his stature, even from as far away as the restroom. It's hard to come think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. Well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you thought. What? Preposterous! My eyes are sharp as can be, ready to see if you lies to the truth. Although recently things do seem to be opposed to get unusual. Clearly, his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. But allow me to say with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw.
Hold it!
he disappeared. But Your Honor, didn't you just say I saw that detective buying something from the vending machine?
Why, yes, I did. The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took a look. There was no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. The detective must have gone into the crime scene, lobby number 2 at that point.
So he looked into the hallway from the restroom, near the courtyard, did he?
Hold it!
Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm.
No. I'm perfectly calm.
You're feeling anything but perfectly calm. Suppose so, given his own.
Hold it!
Your Honor, did you really go to the men's restroom?
What is the meaning of that statement?
I simply meant that perhaps you went to the restroom on a different floor.
I had to go for such a long time. It was all I could do to dash to the closest one to the courtroom.
I suppose that's only natural, given his circumstances.
I ran from the courtroom, various floors, main lobby, and down the hall. Once you enter, you can see there's a window just above the urinals.
It was through that window that you witnessed Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, exactly.
Your Honor, there's no need to yell. I can hear you just fine.
Oh, I guess we're a little too much into that last answer. Me and my age. Now then, let's continue the testimony. Hold it! Oh, well, isn't it obvious? What else do you go to the restroom for? Or maybe, I knew it. You suspect me of some sort of tomfoolery, don't you?
Please stay calm, Your Honor. It's going to be much higher than anticipated. Yeah. And why couldn't you?
Mr. Faraday had been accused, so I have paperwork to process regarding a new prosecutor. Once I finished that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom.
Please stay consistent in going to the restroom part of his testimony.
What was that finger whack for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony?
If you truly are a man of the law, you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me.
What is that filth? How dare somebody dirty the hallway bathrooms like that? Who's the culprit? That party's hereby found guilty of uncleanliness.
You must know, the uncouth bench sawyer has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor.
Oh, well that's good, but who was it?
You're about to discover something from the smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprint.
Not happy with committing just murder, you had to go and dirty the courthouse too. Guilty.
Your Honor, please calm down. Well, it's true that the detective is one who made the mess on the bench. They have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder.
What do you mean?
I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbled. Cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true.
Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom?
Indeed. The window in the hallway was built with a high painted wall, around the grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Franziska herself was able to see out of that window. I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window, the blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the restroom.
Then...
Seems that you've made the connection. Someone would sit on the bench under the window. Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight.
What?
You finally see, Your Honor. Your testimony has proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway at the time.
Ah, sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. I wanted to do as I saying it once. Here, let me try that again.
Is there something of value that you'd like to say?
Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? Loud bang of a gunshot.
How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges crimes on others.
Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time?
I'm sorry. I thought as therefore that sound was just a noise popping to him just now.
Now that he mentions it, right before we started the trial, he did talk about that. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway. Lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Fester?
Hold it!
In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony?
No, hold on now. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something? I don't think you know when the prints you've referenced were left on that bench, do you?
No.
We have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting, so the problem is just when those fingerprints were left.
Right, I've yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. But he feigns ignorance. His Honor has seen a lot of life. Yes, Judge, you mustn't underestimate.
Hold it!
As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway?
After I called for recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until you reconvened? Yes, that sounds about right.
Just as I expected.
What were you expecting? I'd want to know what that all-knowing smile is for.
Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like you to append it to your testimony.
All right, if you insist.
Okay.
Detective Bad's testimony.
Objection!
Yon. Cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. You guys have been overruled. Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my case. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommend shut the by Manfred von instead of biting. I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francisca. With your height, you can need a stepladder or four to accomplish that. Ahem, Mr. Edgeworth. My ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own two ears. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad, and according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was going to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before you were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That cannot be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. The sound of the gunshot. You keep returning to this point of contention. Another piece of evidence. I always did wonder where I found this idea. However, now I understand what that gunshot led to really was. Here's my prosecutor's badge.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway. What is that pink substance? They not look like it. What this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see, and I suppose you would like me to accept that balloon into court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, the argument goes as follows. You saw anyone in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defending study number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this? Francisca, could you kindly shut the fuck up and let me do my duty? Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound, but who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true, one doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. That's it, that balloon that girl was holding. It explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew not giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I'll see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I've yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we had just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. To that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well, Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I shall fulfill my mission to find the perfect explanation for this case. September 10th, District Court, Courtroom number 3. What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal. Can do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe. No, I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. I have yet to prove he's completely innocent of this crime. I guess so. What are you guys talking about? In any case... Oh wait. Sorry, that was my judge impression. How did it sound? I would like you to testify as to your actions while you're on guard duty. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is all just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony... Ow! If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood? I got you, pal. Looking back on the state of clemency in this judge's testimony, sorry son Detective Gumshoe is lying. If you can't break it right, then we may never get a break in this case. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on, until I had the gunshot, I was in no way the whole time. My honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal. In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him. So was it really Detective Bad who called you down here? You bet it was, pal. He left in charge of the precinct while everyone was out, and this called him. "Want you down in 1 minute flat," he said. So how long did it take you? About 10 minutes, I guess. And what was Detective Bad doing when you finally made it? He was waiting for me down on the first floor in the entranceway, pal.
Hold it!
And by he, you mean? Detective Bad, of course, and this being my first time in this courthouse, he also walking me up to the first floor, way in front of the defendant lobbies. And did you meet anyone else along the way? Well, just we had a doorway running to Miss Yu. When he heard from Miss Yu that Mr. Faraday was not being interrupted, that's when Detective Bad told me to stand guard in the hallway, pal. So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony is matching up with Detective Bad's.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway? Of course I did something. Guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else? Very well then. What exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply, I know it was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? That's really what you wish to test that effect of? You got it, pal. You didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we're all in shock and awe at your utter stupidity. Should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close.
Objection!
I have an objection. What is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from someone? Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall this solid hallway bench?
Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. We are definitely on a different wavelength. Promise to clean up later, I swear. Now then, shall we get down to business? Apart from the fact that you didn't move even a single step from in front of that door. And if any were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? It appears that Vince's whip can do more damage than my words alone. Alright, I confess, pal. As long as I bought it back for myself, okay? Thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job, so I didn't want to say anything. Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. Lady saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay, I'm sorry for lying. Well, that's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. That last statement may sound like it makes sense. However, there's something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Well, of course not. Got nothing else to hide, pal. If only I were true, but it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct? Remind me again, pal. Is that vending machine out in the hallway? Is selling packets of full Swiss rolls for $6? And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 and bonus chip. Isn't that right? Let me ask you, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation for that? I told you, I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in the hallway with me. So there's no one who could have helped me buy it. Wait, don't tell me you've got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Huh? As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. What? How? What proof I have that there must have been someone else there in the lobby? The hallway, not lobby. Sorry,
Take that!
Yeah, I got penalized, but...
Take that!
Hey, you shot at me not 2 seconds ago, pal. I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls. Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it, you thief. I would never do such a thing. All you lies are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal. Leave me to assert that all thieves don't start out as liars, and that all thieves start out as liars. In that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh, there were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, but you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No way, pal, you got it all wrong. I ate both of them. It appeared I report you at last. Hey, don't you dare do anything bad, that girl. But it appeared that they do know each other after all. So, why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow? Faraday. Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter? Hey, you know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do. Gummy. My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. What a cute nickname you gave him. Can we do anything wrong? Okay. It appears that I'll need to speak with her in a bit more detail. Now then, Kay. I wonder if I should feed her some. That sounds dirty.
Take that! Take that!
Okay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down. It really belongs to you now, doesn't it? Oh my! Your father. He's... Ah, don't you say another word about it, you don't know yet. I'm sorry I couldn't protect them. Okay. It's alright, let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. But since that incident, I have dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now to have this happen right in front of me. This child, I feel certain she has fate. I can't bond it. Ah, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here, how about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Oh! My cravat, don't blow your nose on that. Feel better now, thanks. You're paying to get this cleaned, by the way. Okay, are you going to be alright? somehow. I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kate? You always keep your promises, right? You're a very brave girl, Kate. And because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Your father? Kay, what kind of person was your father? So, to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense, as we are ones who seek a guilty verdict for criminals. Oh? I see. What have you been working hard on? A promised notebook. May I take a look inside, Kay? It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. Hey, Kay, some of the detectives that catches bad people, right? That makes me hero too. Yeah, not Kay. What is with the two of them? I hand down verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too. Yes, and thanks to your also heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail. I'm really sorry about that. That poor judge, being treated like a vile criminal and a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay. Yeah, we're friends. In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier? Hey, I'm right over here, pal. I was on my way to see Daddy when I... Yeah. And when was this? How long were the two of you together? That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while and that's it. Oh? Which means? You have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right? You got me. Very well then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. When I dock his pay for the 15th time. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, okay? Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for dollars. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Sure. Let me ask you, even with that dollar, you still didn't have enough, correct? Hey, you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal. Need I remind you that you're the only one already under arrest? I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming in this question. Yes, well now that's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So here, you can have this one. Alright then, I'm not doing this one. Merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me next time you need it. Oh yeah, that's what she gave him. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little Kane of Hoy. Why'd you stop being mean to me? I beg your pardon? That's, well... Hey, don't worry about it, okay? Everything's gonna be okay. Ah, so that's why. His reason for lying is very simple. Here's what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interaction with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. This piece of evidence will show you exactly why.
Take that! Take that!
Nope.
Take that! Take that!
The fuck?
Take that! Take that!
You could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why. Someone asked Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Because there's no beating you up, pal. Okay, I'll spill the goods. Been standing guard for a while. Just getting really hungry and that snack vending machine was dawning. What was the cash you had on you was $5 and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? Yeah, but unlike an angel from heaven, Kay showed up. So he pulled my $5 and a $1 together. Bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. Don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know? You told me this one. Who knew that Scruffy could be so conceited? Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Yeah, we split the other roll anyway. Sweet taste like cake chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, okay, I believe this also belongs to you. Well, you really got me there, pal. So you kicked me, is that it? It's alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. But about the Swiss roll, would it be alright with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is clear of all charges and free to go? Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murder.
Objection!
What a surprise. What do you mean? Miss Callisto, you, and that girl is Mr. Faraday's. Suppose you're right, however... I have no counter-argument to that. But the investigation is far from over. Yeah, that's why I got my eye on you. Actually, this is the last chance. I can tell if we fail to settle this case. Maybe Gumshoe will formally charged under all the circumstantial evidence. The investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have to inspect. That's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime. Lorry number 1. To be continued. What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent? Isn't that Detective Bad and Kay over there? Oh, that's not right. Oh, yeah. I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing it. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it. Those two seem to get along rather well. Oh, here, got something else. Oh, mean gumshoe. Don't try. Faraday would be sad if you saw you trying. Okay. Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being? Is that so, Detective Bad? Yeah, I guess. Even if we investigate things outside the actual crime scene, you also had a few things you wanted to look into. Got a problem with it? Don't have a problem with that, but I'm curious as to what Miss Hughes is looking into. Alright, yeah. Yes, what is it? I won't forgive her evidence. In the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there's anyone else who could be the true culprit of an Detective Gumshoe. She wanted off while I was pondering. That expensive painting is ill suited to be hanging on the wall in this room. Why do you say that? She made me thinking about hiring a guard. It's obvious she isn't factoring in that guard's salary whatsoever. Oh, sorry, I didn't think to. I fear that more than being relaxing, seeing this silent may make one a bit heady instead. You put in a special request for that. No wonder she's so violent. She's been drinking sea stuff the whole time. You, a woman, should be allowed to comment on this particular topic. Ever. Detective Bad, what exactly is case searching for? Nothing that concerns you, boy. Oh, and I suppose it has something to do with you? It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get a report. Don't have time to waste. Sounds like you'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again. I don't have anything to say to you. Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? When I was in this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. That I was just strong perfume and words. Spirits. I was having a bad time of it myself. Making price and open the window. Imagine I was doing. Perfume, huh? Perfume, huh? So that sweet scent in the air is perfume. No disrespect, but she falls from those balls on me. Hey, hello, girl. You can have it. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? So now we have the perfume Miss Hughes. Just fantastic. Is that all you wanted to talk about? So I'm going back to investigate. Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. So you're in this room the entire recess? Like I said, I made a quarter of precinct to get in that big lug down there. But on that, I was waiting for the recess to end there. At least your story is consistent. Earlier, you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Hughes. Yeah, I found her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to you about something, so we came in. And what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, You're Miss Yu in 2 different locations? Yes, I am. Interesting. Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike to you. Let's see, Miss Yu is assisted the victim of the KG incident. As I recall, Detective Bad was lead detective. I wonder if the reason for this thing isn't simply because he failed to guard the scene. But because you were the lead detective on the case. You know? Fortunately, that today's trial involving the Cadopian Embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest. You told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday, the KG incident. You already know that much. Guess it'd be alright to tell you. So what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well. Met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. And Kay, I've known her since then she was. Faraday and I, we've got quite a few cases together. But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Atagrasu. Did we touch on now? Only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yalagrasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. To prove that there was not the real Yalagrasu. Which was then turned around and accused Faraday. The accusation I was asked to testify. And this time, the people disproved the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either. I sense that there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Atagrasu will seem necessary. You claim to know much about the Atagrasu. Would you care to share what you know with me? What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murders in Tenor's Faraday murder. I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Atagrasu. But the KG incident and this second KG incident, both of these cases are tied to smuggling. And in both of these cases, the witness who was sentenced to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ, and that is the presence or absence of the great thief Atagrasu. Mr. Rell claimed to be the Atagrasu, however, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Atagrasu. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd? I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected being the Atagrasu were both killed at the same time. Reason, huh? And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Vell's cobbler killer, I feel I need to learn as much as I can about the Atagrasu. It will help you solve this case. I'll tell you. There's a reason why we've never caught the Atagrasu. Still accidentally whipped me anyway. There are 3 main reasons why the Atagrasu have always been mixed up there. First, the Atagrasu always knows the exact location he's targeted. Second, the Atagrasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Atagrasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever. I see. So there's the Atagrasu's special traits. Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief. The Atagrasu has never been caught on tape. He never tries to draw anyone's attention. Would never do something, and blow is been murdered. That's how I knew, and the pair wasn't really Atagrasu that way. But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't. Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. The sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Cadopian Embassy, the Atagrasu. The Atagrasu sent the evidence. Till now, the Atagrasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. Not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few of us knew about.
In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the other class who sent it?
That's easy. A special card that only the other class who uses was attached. That's how I can be so sure.
And just what sort of card is it?
Yeah, take a look at this article. Whenever the other class who wants to publicize something, the white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned the railroad, what you said with the white card, I had no idea what it was.
Ah, and that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Bell was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Atagrasu now. Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG incident.
It's not exactly a happy story. One of the people who were directly involved, you two will be the first to know hear what I'm about to tell. The honest truth behind the KG incident. Faraday, you and I, as you already know, we three were involved in the KG incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring.
You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Amano Group's secretaries?
That trail was just a front.
A facade?
Yeah, but the case became tainted. Because the witness who was going to testify that the Amano Group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed.
Then what became of the secretary who was arrested?
His name was Colin Devery. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring, but confessed knowing about it anyway. Devery was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just no scapegoat.
The boss man of the Amano. You can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with smuggling? Suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. Was the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person? If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him.
No, it wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. No, it wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, CC, was supposed to protect them both.
Miss Hugh did mention that as well, about how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister.
But you and I were supposed to protect them. Fell into their trap. Those in this jacket are a testament to that trap.
You mean you were fired upon?
No. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG incident.
I see.
Couldn't protect CCU. The suspect was found not guilty. We hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned. And that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. And that's when I first met Callisto and you.
About when you first met Miss Hugh. It was on the day the verdict of the KG incident was handed down, was it not?
Yes, Faraday and I, we apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. That's all we could do, but just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And she gave me a hard slap across the face.
Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control, just about Justice Love.
Suppose not. You said it yourself. She never wanted to see either of us ever again.
But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct?
Yeah, Faraday and I. We Shortly after KG incident had come to a close, we continued on down the smuggling ring. Got involved in a variety of cases, but it was no use. Cracked so many different cases, and the result was always the same. Couldn't find the real master. Was the ring really that big? Was in the pursuit of the ring that I met you once again? Was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I, as lead detective, took to the witness stand. She paid out in blue as his defense attorney.
The client was related to the smuggling ring and she was defending them.
Yeah, you was pursuing the ring as best you could as a lawyer. I think you defended well this time, for the same reason.
Come to think of it, Miss Hugh did say something to the same effect. I feel like you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer.
You're so naive, little girl. I stole this lollipop from you, that's so naive. Just like us, you felt that you hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all.
The law is merely a tool. There's no limit to it and the scale of the traffic.
You two are still too young. One day you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again, in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So if you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be much appreciated, sir. Understood. I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you?
Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive.
I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself, and to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. I'll give young Edgeworth my normal voice. Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth! It appears that his Honor is still a bit dispirited. For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony. Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. The judge did not expect you to think about anything other than the verdict. Franziska, there's no need to further depress His Honor. But I'm not trying to, Your Honor. Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. Your Honor, the evidence... Your Honor... Oh, you! Yes, can I help you? I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir. Your Honor, do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job? Yes, I'm sorry. I would, except that the defense attorney has yet to arrive. She's busy with the investigation, so let's keep this brief, shall we? Very well, in that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell are also included, so please go ahead and use them in your investigation into that case. Understood, Your Honor. Pieces of evidence were used in the murder of those two men. There's a very good chance we find new leads regarding that case. Even something that would finally lead me to the truth. Here's all the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you. I see, thank you very much. I'll go and confirm they all accounted for. Oh, didn't mean that.
So this is the evidence related to today's Cadopian embassy trial from Mr. Faraday's. You mean the evidence bag that was on the seat table in lobby number 2, right? Yes, but you can now take a look at the evidence itself and not just data that. Just be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have time. So what is that? Don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something. I see someone is still sore about not being picked by Mr. Von Karma. So I have a knife, the gun, an envelope, and what's so nice in here? Oh, that's right, completely forgot to tell you. About what, John? They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. Detective Bad requested it be passed along to you, so they would help the investigation. Detective Bad said that?